Here's an example of why you would come to Mr. Tech and nowhere else. This customer has a PlayStation 5. The HDMI port broke, but as I open it up, this is what it looks like. So we not only changed the HDMI port, we're going to clean out the fans. We're going to reapply thermal paste because it's a couple of years old and it probably needs it. So I'm going to take you through a quick rundown of how we do. For those of you that are new at repairing, taking apart PlayStations, looking to repair your own, all these screws are different sizes. You need to have some sort of magnetic mat that you would use in order to keep them in order, because when you go to reassemble it, it's not going to go together right, and it's terrible. So you have to put everything on a mat to keep track. So we have the motherboard out finally, ready to look at replacing the HDMI port. Sony, 68 screws. Come on, you could do better than that. This is obnoxious. This is an attempt to make repairability more difficult. No engineer in the right mind, or no intelligent engineer, would design a unit this hard to take apart. There are better ways, guarantee it. If you need help, Sony, call me. I'll help you design a better one than this. This is knowing that this HDMI port is going to fail over and over and over again on millions of PlayStations. This shouldn't be the way that you disassemble. That just shouldn't be it. Let's move on. So we get our HDMI port ready, and we're going to get our hot air station ready. We're going to get our flux ready, and we're going to pop this thing off and pop a new one on. And so before we start, I want to take this opportunity to look at that area right there. Can't see it through a normal zoom, so we'll do this. Sony, you know what you did here. You tried to make this PlayStation basically break every time you try to replace the HDMI port. This is terrible, terrible, terrible engineering. See this capacitor right here? Why'd you put that capacitor a millimeter from these pins? Come on. You know what you did. You wanted to make it so anytime someone tries to repair this, that capacitor comes off. And yeah, I've heated it off and knocked it off before, and that ruined it. It won't display, obviously. So now I have to have a pack of capacitors to replace it. Also, we look at the other side of the board. Let's take a look at the other side. Over here, we'll get that piece of, we'll get that off. Okay, so what you also did was this area where you have to put all the heat in order to melt all the pins. Look what you did. You put two more over here. That's just, you should be sued. Like, really, you should be sued for doing this. This had intent. You could have designed the circuit board to put these all the way over here somewhere. You could have over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, anywhere but right here, right next to the ports. So I'm not going to give away all my secrets here, but I do have my heat gun on a little stand, very professional stand, but it works because I don't have three hands, and I like to do things with two hands when I'm removing pins and soldering. So therefore I have 500 degrees Celsius, which many of you know that could do math, is 932 degrees Fahrenheit. Heating up this area. I'm not even going to try and take it off anytime soon because because this whole board is very thick. So I want to try and make sure this whole board is heated up nicely before I even attempt to put any pressure on that. Because I'm sure that these pins, pads, I'm sure are molten around. But if these pads, these post holes, they take the longest, or the hardest one to get molten. Everyone has a different opinion. What they do, the X, the multiple dots, I don't really care. I feel like it's all the same if you use common sense. I'm gonna put a nice X across it, and I'm sure it'll be fine. Before and after. And the moment of truth, we plug in the HDMI port, turn on the PlayStation, take our TV and put it on HDMI input and see what happens. And the moment of truth, there we go. I'm gonna get a controller, test out a couple of more things on it, but repair successful.
HDMI repair, new thermal paste, fully cleaned, $125.